I just created a book from scratch, self-published it, and it made its first sale in 7 days. That whole process took just 7 days. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I did so you can copy me. My name's Jace Perry. I self-publish books on Amazon. My best month was $50,000 with a $21,000 profit. So now you can check me out. My Instagram's below. Now I teach my followers and students how to self-publish books onto Amazon to make money. All right, so let's get started, guys. And by the way, if you're wondering why I'm topless, I live in Mauritius. It's like summer now. It's like 30 degrees. I don't use aircon, so I'm just constantly hot. If I wore a t-shirt, I'd just be sweating. So there's no point even wearing a t-shirt. That's what I'm doing now, okay? That's why I'm always topless. Anyway, let's just show you this first of all, guys. This is when my book went live. I got this email from Amazon. See, on the 30th here, it said, congratulations, your paperback's gone live. I created that book on the 29th, published it on the 29th. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then it went live within 24 hours. I'll show you how to get it live real quick as well. And then I'll show you my ads here. You can see I started running ads on the 31st, and by the 4th, it made its first sale. There's about 2 days to create and publish and go live, 2 days, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to make its first sale. So 7 days from nothing to a digital asset, a book that's sitting there, and we'll start making money now. Super quick, guys. So if you want to get into self-publishing, now's a good time, and I will show you how to do it really quick. And by the way, I've got a full system below. If you want to just skip to that, just get stuck in and start making money like my students, hit the link below. But okay, let's carry on. Let me show you how, first of all, how did I create a book so quickly? Well, it's no secret I used AI. But with AI, it's an AI book. Okay, I think there's like 3 categories of AI books you can do. Right, one's color books. The other is like how do I put it? Where you combine AI with something else. Like you might do a self-help knowledge book or storybook or info book, and the other one is like where it's just pure simple stuff, quizzes, true or false, fact books, trivia books. Okay, now, I'm sure there's more categories, but I'm just making in those 3 categories just to make a point for this video so you can see what I'm saying, see where I'm coming from. Okay, now you don't want to do color books. All right, color books are too easy. They're too easy to create. Let me just make myself a bit bigger here. They're too easy to create. Right, you can create a whole color book interior in like minutes, and then copy that all into Canva. Maybe in like half an hour, you have your whole book interior done. You create the cover as well in AI, and it's just published. You know it's easy because so many people are doing it now. And that just drives the price low. It's like less than $10 on color books. Most color books are less than $10. Some like $8.99, $7.99. Ridiculously low. I think that's like $2 royalties and below. Okay, I'm just going to put $2 profit and below that. Okay, you don't want to do like self-help story or info books. Anything like I would say is too heavy, you know, where it's opinion related, where just say you created a book on animals and you know a little bit about animals, but then you use AI to talk about animals as well. Now you're kind of relying on AI for some knowledge, something very heavy, something people will buy to really help them in some way or really gain knowledge in something, and then if they discover it's AI, then they're just going to be peed off with your book. People have got a real thing about AI books right now, especially if it's like this sort of book. That's what I mean. Just stay away from these types of books so you don't get bad reviews, and it's harder to do as well because it's a very in-depth book. Now, if you are an expert in animals and you want to use AI to help you write a book, that's completely different. I'm talking about the guys that have a little bit of knowledge, and then they're using AI to just cram it in there to fill a book up. So I would stay away from that because it's got a bad rep. Right? The book that I did and the books I recommend to do an AI is these types of books. They're easygoing books, and by easygoing, it's like the opposite of these ones. Like a trivia book, true or false, facts, interesting facts. It is what it is. It's like, what's the biggest lake in the world? You know, what's the biggest creature in the sea? That sort of thing that someone will read and they'll be like, okay, yeah, that's right. It's all you're doing is compiling stuff for people, and it makes a good gift book. You think if you compile a load of animal facts together, and you know someone that's into animals, then you just buy a trivia book for animals for the kids. Very giftable. Okay, it's easy going, and it's easier. I'm going to say easier to create than color books. All right. So that's why I go for these books, and also the prices are above $10. A lot of them are above $12. As you can see, my book's priced at $13.99, and it's made a sale already. Okay, so you get good profit on these as well. Right. By the way, the reason you can get good profit is because it's not like color books where you can just create it. Whilst you can create all the words in ChatGPT very, very quickly, so I'll just move this microphone here in case you can't hear me properly. You can create all the words very, very quickly. You can't just copy that into Canva just like that. It requires some editing. All right, so let me go into how I create this book real quick. ChatGPT. You ask ChatGPT to create a chapters list for you for your, just say you're doing a trivia book, chapters list, and then for each chapter, you get it to do the words, trivia for each chapter. This literally takes like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Let me just do that in another color so we can see the time. Let's put it in red so we can see it. So that takes 10 minutes. Okay, then you've got your words. Now you have your words. That needs to go into Canva or whichever software you use to create the book pages inside. And you want to do about 109 pages. Anything more than that starts eating into your profit. And to be honest, I don't think many people care how many pages is in a book. I've never had any complaints about only doing 109 pages. You copy all the words into Canva, and then you have to edit it and design it. Okay, like chapter 1, introduction, all your trivia, etc. It's got to be niche relevant as well. If it's a book for kids, make it fun looking for kids. If it's a book for seniors, make it look relevant to seniors, etc. So this is where the work is. This is what keeps the prices high because of this bit. Because this bit can take like 4 hours plus. That keeps the price high. So it's a good thing. All right. And to be honest, remember, one of these books can sell like forever, continuously make you money. So just say my book there, which makes $6 profit, just say eventually it starts selling, it starts making profit in a few months. I've done the work once, and now it's just paying me constantly. If you don't know the way self-publishing works on Amazon, Amazon take care of everything. So that book that you saw, that my book that just sold, I don't see any of that. I just collect the royalty. Amazon do the printing, the delivery, and they deal with customer service, which is a big deal if you've ever dealt with customers. Okay, it's very stress-free, very, very passive, very scalable. Okay, so it's 4 hours plus to do the interior, but put that work in because it's worth it for the price point you're getting at. Don't be tempted to do color books or line journals and things like that because they're easy, because that ultimately doesn't lead to long-term profit. All right. The next thing is the cover. Just lost my color here. Here we go. The next thing is the cover. I'm just going to say inside there and cover, and you put that together in Canva, but you use AI for that, and that can literally, that's done in minutes. You can take like an hour. Just a pro tip though, I would spend a long time on covers because that's what sells your book, especially the typography. The self-publishers that get the cover right, they're good with the title, they're good with the design, they're good with the typography, they make sales. And the self-publishers that don't, they struggle with sales. So many times I've seen students, or whenever I've coached and they've said I've not made sales on this, I just say to them, show me the cover and title, and immediately I can see why it's not making sales. That needs to be very, very strong. Okay, so you can see there, that's about 4-5 hours there, and the book's done. And you publish it onto Amazon. Now, when you publish it onto Amazon, just make sure the description is well copywritten. Publish that onto Amazon, and then you run ads. Now, I won't go into too much detail with the ads because there's a lot to it, all right? But I will just give you one quick tip that could potentially get you fast sales without having to do all the ads I did, unless you know ads, of course. You can see here, I did all the ads, product, exact, category, board, auto. It's just missing, the only ads it's missing there is, what's the one? Phrase ads. I've pretty much done all the ads, okay? And to be fair, setting up ads on Amazon is actually very, very simple. You can do it compared to like something like Facebook or something like that. It's very, very simple to do. But as a complete beginner, I'll just do auto ads, because auto ads, you just put a budget, you just put a bid. I'd recommend bidding above 50 cents if you want to make a fast sale, even closer to $1 if you want to get more eyes on your books quick, and run it with $100 daily budget. Now, don't get scared. This is what I tell my students. They're like, oh my gosh, $100. No, you're not going to spend $100. I've only spent $100 once in a day, and that was coming up to Christmas, and that was with a book that was making thousands of dollars. Okay, it's not going to spend that. You can see here, look, if you see total cost, look, it spent 90 cents that day. The most it spent was $5 in a day. Okay, you say 100 because it tells Amazon that you're willing to spend 100, and then they start showing you ads more. I've noticed this, so it's a good little trick to do. Okay, and then you just run ads, get some eyeballs, make sure you're getting impressions. You can see impressions. If you're not getting impressions, then you've got to increase your bids, and most importantly, clicks. If you're getting 10 clicks and 1 sale, that's a good sign that your book can do well. Long term, that's a 10% conversion. As you can see in my top ad, got 10 clicks, 1 sale, so it's doing really well, this one. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one, whereas the bottom one got 10 clicks and no sale. So I'm going to keep an eye on that as well. If that carries on like that, then I'd lower the bids and kill it. This carries on and I keep getting sales, then I might increase the bids to get more sales. Okay, so that's it, guys. That is how you create a book super quick, put it into Amazon, run some ads on it to get a sale very, very quick, all within 7 days. Okay, I teach this to all my students, who some of them are complete beginners. One of them, if I could just show you real quick, did exactly this. Let me just bring it down. Let me just see here. These are like some of my reviews. Where is he? My mate. Ken. This guy here, Ken. He published his book in less than 24 hours. That was on the 16th of January. And if we look here, on the 25th of January, he made another sale. He actually made 2 sales. And let's look at his stats here. He's got two sales there. And look, he's doing the 100 thing, like I said. But yeah, 2 sales on the 25th of January. So that it was about 7 or 8 days before he got his first sale, and about 10 days he got his second sale, and you know, that's an asset that he's just created now that will keep. Whoa, I've lost myself. Sorry guys, you can tell I'm new to this. Anyway, I've lost myself. You can't see me, but anyway, subscribe for more. I'm doing videos every single day, and you can grab my course below if you want to get stuck in. All right, see you in the next video. Cheers.